This is Montrose Matters Live. We are live in the studio with several guests we'll talk about, but our main guest is Miss Patty Powell. We are going to be talking about Bosom Buddies. The annual walk starts tomorrow, as well as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and just some of the history of breast cancer survivors that are here local. So before we get to that, we do have a special guest in the studio that we're going to introduce you to a little later. But let's talk about some upcoming events. Tomorrow, can you believe tomorrow's the 9th of October already? And it's the annual Bosom Buddies Walk Run.
The 29th annual.
The 29th annual. So 29 years here in this region, we've been doing this walk run.
In the Montrose area, yes, absolutely. And it started a couple of years before that, but official walk run fundraiser. This is our 29th year.
Great. So you still have time. We'll talk to Patty later about that, but that is definitely something you will want to show up for. Bring the whole family, strollers, dogs, all of those things. And on the 21st of this month, that's Thursday, or a week from Thursday, we have... oh my goodness, I can't believe I just forgot Alyssa's name. Alyssa Clemson Roberts, who's going to be speaking at the Power Players Luncheon. She is the new DMEA and Elevate Fiber CEO. And so this is going to be a great opportunity for people in the community come out and meet Alyssa. And then, do you like symphonic music?
I do, quite a bit, yes. And I love it at the Pavilion, has incredible acoustics.
Well, guess what? You get a chance to enjoy symphonic music on the 23rd. Valley Symphony Association will kick off its full season in the Pavilion on the 23rd with Fantastic Fantasia. It's going to be a great one for the kids too. And on the 28th, the Greater Montrose Chamber of Commerce has their business after hours. And guess where it's going to be held this time, Patty?
At the Pavilion?
No. Okay, I guess we need to schedule one at the Pavilion.
Yes.
But it's going to be held at Alpine Bank, so the newly renovated bank. If you don't bank at Alpine, you probably haven't seen it. But
they've really expanded in that area to incorporate different offices and customer services.
Really? So I am looking forward to networking there, just getting to know other professionals, and that is going to happen on the 28th starting at 5 o'clock. So those are all the events that we have. If you want your event listed, you can send us an email at hello@ourtownmatters.net. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be right back.
Employees, and we were in a double wide trailer with 4 exam rooms. So that's where we started, behind an elementary school. Really focused on taking care of those children. It was a school-based clinic prior to us becoming an FQHC. But very quickly, we realized the community needed a lot more support, a lot more access to healthcare. So in the last 8 years, we've grown to 3 different sites. We have 104 employees now, and we're taking care of about 6,600 unique patients a year.
You're proud to call Colorado home. So are we. Since 1973, we've been giving back to the communities where we live, work, and play across our great state. And we're here to stay. If you're looking for an independent, locally managed community bank where the employees are also the owners, we would like to be your bank. We're Alpine Bank.
Wow, okay, it's Friday. I love Fridays, but it's Friday in October. When did October get here so quickly?
Well, we've been planning for this walk for quite a while. So for us, it's been leading up to it very quickly.
Okay. So October means fall. October, it makes me think about pink, National Cancer Awareness Month. But let's talk about Bosom Buddies. So 29 years, and you started to tell us a bit that there was a walk before that, but it wasn't an official fundraiser.
Not exactly an official fundraiser, and it was more of a stroll. rather than a walk. And now we have the 5K, 10K, and you can run, you can walk, you can do anything that you like, bring the dogs. If you just want to come and socialize and not actually do a walk, that's okay too. It's more of the way that the community gets together and shows their support for those who have been diagnosed with breast cancer, but also the families and the way that it affects the community as a whole. So, and Bosom Buddies, we're the breast cancer support group of southwestern Colorado, so we have a tri-county service area.
So tell us the 3 counties.
Montrose, Ouray, and San Miguel County.
Perfect, okay.
And we get so many people that are coming up, especially from west end of Montrose County, for treatment here at San Juan Cancer Center. Fabulous cancer center with such high level of care for both chemotherapy and radiation needs for all different types of cancer. But we draw from everywhere, and there's so much financial need right now through the pandemic and through high levels of deductions required for some insurances. Some people are uninsured, but they can always appeal to Bosom Buddies for diagnostic financial assistance.
Oh, that's good to know. So, Patty, let's talk about this. You said, you know, this is an annual fundraiser, and these funds are extremely important to support the 3 counties. What happened during COVID? How did so obviously there was not an opportunity to do a walk, but were you able to raise funds? Tell us what you did.
Well, last year we did a virtual walk and essentially just appealed to a lot of sponsors and once again the community, although it was a difficult year for a lot of our typical sponsors, really came out to help us. So we were able to raise funds with that. The registration for the virtual walk wasn't as high as we were accustomed to pre-COVID. Yes. We could get 400 to 500 walkers. And then last year we were closer to 200. This is a rebuilding year, so we are hoping to get 300, 350 actual on-site walkers this year. But the community has really helped us with our financial needs.
And, you know, with everything being postponed this year, all the events moved to the back end of the year. So at a time that you've always had your walk in October, but there are so many other events that have been going on, and maybe people didn't plan ahead as they used to in the past. Can they still show up tomorrow at 8:30 and walk or run?
Yes, if you have not pre-registered, then you can show up tomorrow. We prefer you show up at 8 a.m.
8 a.m., okay.
8 a.m.
Not
so
8:30.
That you can,
Are you saying I can't sleep in, Patty?
No, there is no sleeping in on this because we have to be there very early. But if you want to register, come in at 8 a.m. and we've got some shirts that we have ordered in extra. If you need a specific size we don't have, we will do a reorder and we will make sure that you get your event shirt. And everybody loves these shirts. They wear them year round because they're high quality, 100% cotton. They've got our sponsors on the back. They've got whatever year we are doing on the side. But we just say, come on out and support regardless of what the weather is like. We are going to have a fabulous event. Most of the time, it's completed by 10 o'clock, so if you want to, you can head over to Oktoberfest. You can do anything that you want to do. We don't have that much competition for hours because our walk begins at 9 a.m.
Yes.
And it has been such a community-supported event for so long that people just know that the second Saturday of October is Bosom Buddies Day.
So, okay, I have to tell you, Patty, I have been looking at all the photos on your website.
Yes.
I don't think I'm cool enough to be in this walk. This is more than a walk. It's a party. They dress up. There's, just lots of energy and fun and silly hats and whole families that are together.
Well, and in support of people that are currently in treatment or survivors or people that they've lost. The families come out, and yes, you will see pink boas and pink feathers and pink hats. All the dogs show up with little pink angel wings. I mean, the dogs are dressed, the people are dressed, and it is more of a party and a real joy of supporting people who have been affected by this disease.
That's why I love this walk. It's a celebration. It is not, and it's about survival, and so I'm not sure how comfortable you feel about telling your story, but you are a survivor.
I am a survivor. Yeah, I was diagnosed in 2006, and through different types of diagnostic tests that were available, I found out that lumpectomy was not an option. I needed mastectomy.
Okay.
And with the degree of spread that I had a full round of chemotherapy and the full round of radiation.
Oh my goodness.
I chose reconstruction because I was in my 50s and wearing turtlenecks a lot, and it was important to me. So. Not so important at this age. At that age, it was.
You mean that was just last year, right?
No, it wasn't just last year. I feel very fortunate being a survivor now. But my whole treatment plan was almost 2 years.
Oh.
And was successful, obviously. And I still do my checks. I mean, even after a mastectomy, there are different kinds of checks. We recommend that women, and actually no matter what the age, but if you have fibrocystic or density types of breast, we recommend you do your monthly, and you can't just do it quickly. You really need to spend some time either standing up and laying down if possible, and a lump is not always the only indicator that breast cancer. Mine, I did not have a lump. I had lobular cancer. There are different types of breast cancer. So I'm the type that researches things and reads a lot about it. No, not you,
Patty. You don't research it.
I research. I look at a lot of things, and I actually interviewed 3 different oncologists. So I was like Goldilocks. This one was too aggressive, this one was too laid back, this one was just right.
Yeah.
So I really took my time in, once I had the mastectomy, in taking care of my treatment plan. Other people's journeys are different. They choose to handle it in their own way.
Well, you know what I find very interesting is you take an organization like Bosom Buddies. It's full of survivors. I mean,
yes.
You have come back and you're here. Your goal is to help others, to continue to raise funds. And that says a lot about the Bosom Buddies organization as a whole, as well as the individuals who put on an annual walk like this. This is no easy feat. You have a large group, a large team committee putting this walk together.
Well, we have 9 board members and 7 are survivors. One is a lymphedema specialist that works over at Montrose Mountain View Therapy.
Okay.
And we just have a lot of people that have a lot of knowledge about breast cancer and the importance of diagnostic tools such as mammograms, ultrasounds, biopsies, the need for this, because early detection is the only way to really deal with this disease. If you procrastinate too long, you're going to have a much more difficult journey with this. Wow. So we offer financial assistance for medical. We also give scholarships to the children of a parent or a guardian who has ever been diagnosed with breast cancer. We give those out once a year. And we also give continuing education funds to survivors who want to go back to school, want to learn a new profession, need to learn a new profession. We give that year-round. We give free wigs to all cancer patients. We give prosthesis. We have specialized bras that we can give for breast cancer. We do support meetings. We do one-on-one consultations.
And so it's beyond just the diagnosis of breast cancer.
Yes.
This organization is helping the entire family and the individuals even beyond their diagnosis. So I want to talk about that when we come back, as well as your partnerships, because Bosom Buddies has quite a few partnerships.
We're very blessed with that, yes.
Well, we have some amazing partners here too. So they are Elevate Fiber, the real estate store, Alpine Bank, and River Valley Family Health Centers. We could not bring this show to you without these amazing sponsors. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and talk about your partnerships, Patty.
At the Real Estate Store, we're a group of real estate professionals who share all forms of property brokering in an innovative way. Our expertise and experience makes us the best choice for buyers and sellers. Our brokers are ready to assist you, either in person or virtually. Come visit us in historic downtown Montrose and experience for yourself the difference of our personal, professional property brokers.
Believe it, just like Gigfoot, zero-lag gaming does exist. The real myth now? Slow internet made you lose. So step up your game with Elevate Internet today.
You know, one episode I'm going to not talk about cheese balls, but that's not this episode. That commercial and the cheese balls always makes me hungry. One day, someone's going to bring me cheese balls.
Is that a hint?
Yeah, it is a hint.
Did you get that? That's a hint.
You know,
okay.
We've got quite a few people in the studio today. We have been chatting with Patty, and we're going to talk more about the annual Bosom Buddies walk. But I'm intrigued about the partnerships and all the different levels of help Bosom Buddies offers to people in the Tri-County area. Can you continue telling us how you partner with different organizations and what you do? For instance, the San Juan Healthcare Foundation.
Well, the San Juan Healthcare Foundation is one of our largest sponsors. Our presenting sponsor, of course, is Montrose Memorial Hospital. But we are so fortunate in the fact that some of the needs in this area we can't supply because it's outside of our guidelines. So if somebody from West End needs to come over here and they can't afford a hotel or the gas and they need treatment or chemotherapy, we appeal to the Caring Friends Foundation, and they have certain funds that they can give for prepaid Visa cards, for hotel rooms, for restaurant coupons, just different kinds of things so we can make sure that people throughout the Tri-County area can get over here for treatment.
Fantastic. And so those are partnerships that have been developed over the years because you saw a gap in what you're able to offer.
Well, San Juan Cancer Center and Montrose Memorial Hospital, along with San Juan Foundation, San Juan Healthcare, or San Juan Healthcare, they saw the need to do more for other cancer patients because our guidelines are specific to breast cancer.
I see.
All right, so they're able to help all different kinds of cancer patients, and within the Tri-County area, the percentage of population affected by any type of cancer is incredible.
That's great. So are there other partnerships that you wish Bosom Buddies had? Is there a hole? Is there a need that needs to be filled? Even after 29 years of this annual, walk.
I would say, it would be great if we could actually get more financial sponsors from some of the smaller businesses. They're struggling right now. They're trying to come back from COVID like everyone else. We've been very fortunate this year with our fundraising because all funds raised, and we're an all-volunteer organization, so no one takes a salary. We have no paid employees, but every single dollar that we raise stays within the Tri-County area. It is spent with local health providers within the Tri-County area, and that includes the Telluride Medical Center, anything that's coming up from Ouray or Ridgeway, any physician that's in our Tri-County area, the money stays here.
That's phenomenal.
And it's available to the residents of these three areas. So that's one reason why I think we get so much financial support from the community itself.
Yes.
Along with our volunteers.
And, I don't know the stats, but they're pretty significant that someone has been touched or their family has been touched or impacted by breast cancer.
It's amazing. 1 out of every 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer sometime in their lifetime. 1 out of 100 men will be diagnosed. And it's unfortunate that there's not enough real focus on male breast cancer because most men just don't check themselves. They think they may have an infected hair follicle or a little pimple or something. They don't realize that there's actually a situation, or right around the nipple there's a change in the skin, and they let it go. So unfortunately, diagnosis in men is actually not too late, but later on in a progression. So it's difficult, and right now we do have 2 men who are dealing with this, and it's difficult for them because they don't like to talk about it as much as a woman will.
Exactly.
It's difficult. So a lot of times they'll come to our support meetings or they'll need one-on-one counseling. But it's the families that really need the counseling, and we provide counseling service for children and for spouses.
That's amazing. So when you said that you would like to see more small businesses get involved, the way that I look at it is if you're running a small business and you have employees, think about this. If 1 in 8 women, you could have an employee that is impacted by breast cancer. You have a small business, and this individual is going to need support. They're going to need services at some point. So by supporting Bosom Buddies, you are in fact potentially helping one of your employees or one of your employees' family members.
And we do have some small businesses in town that have put together teams to walk, and so they may not be able to be a financial sponsor, but they will get together a group of 3, 5, 8 employees and make sure that they get the time off to be able to go to the walk, and then they come on into work. And it's great, and I always tell them, you know, you don't have to wear our event shirt, even though they're very nice, you don't have to wear them. Wear your colors.
Yeah,
wear your colors. Where you come from. And last year, 2 years ago, we had an entire crew come in from City Market, which was hysterical because, of course, they brought food. You know? And anyway, it's just wonderful to see the participation we get from the community, not only in the sponsorship levels, but also in the participation levels.
Okay, so Patty, let's say that I'm going to wake up early tomorrow morning, and I'm going to head down there at 8. I am going where? To the pavilion?
You're going to the Montrose Pavilion, which is off of Niagara. There's a 5K, 10K route, which you can choose to take. Most of the 10K are runners, and they're competitive, and so we do have a timer. We have a race coordinator that is part of the race community here. And if you want your time recorded for your club, we can do that. It's 2 different routes. The 5K route is pretty easy. It's the pavilion up Niagara to 6700 over to Sunnyside, back down to Hillcrest and back. Very leisurely walk. It's a fun day for everyone. And please, if you have the time and you want to support us, please come out at 8 a.m. tomorrow. We'll get you registered.
Okay. And if you want to take the leisurely walk with me, I live off of Sunnyside, so we could stop.
Yeah. We'll have a water station on the corner.
We will. Okay.
Yeah. Let me say one thing. The water station is manned by the Olathe FFA. And these kids come out, and a lot of our kids come out, and they get community hours, service hours, 4 credits. And it's wonderful to have the younger kids come out and really show support because quite often grandmother, mother, father has been touched by this disease.
Yes, that is, it's amazing to see the young ones get out and to help and support. You know, it's as we were getting ready for this walk, I've been working closely with Patty and the rest of the board on this, and there is a banner outside of the Our Matters Business Center. Someone saw that banner, and this is a local businesswoman, professional. She called on my private line, so someone I knew intimately, and when I answered the phone, the question she asked me was, hey, how do I provide water or help with the walk? And I said, well, I can put you in touch with Bosom Buddies and so forth. And she says, because you know I'm a breast cancer survivor. I had no idea. I have interacted and, so many. And it was just that banner, and she was adamant about helping. Now, this person is a local business owner, and I'm thinking, there's so many out there. The ones that we would not even have guessed in a million years that have been affected and impacted by this cancer.
Well, and if it's detected early, breast cancer is one of the most curable. It's one of the ones that you can truly survive from if it's detected early. And there's so much focus on it. There's a lot of other great causes out there, but there's so much focus on it because if it does hit especially someone in their 40s or younger, you're talking about families with young children and the whole family being incredibly affected by what this disease can do. But breast cancer can hit a 14-year-old, it can hit an 80-year-old for the first time, but 1 out of every 8 nationally women and 1 out of every 100 men. So early detection, monthly exams, regular mammograms, and if you need financial assistance, go to our website.
Contact Bosom Buddies.
Which is BOSOMBUDDIESSWC.org. That stands for Bosom Buddies, Southwestern Colorado.org.
Fantastic. Well, talking about, so everyone, make sure 8 a.m. if you've not already pre-registered, head down to the pavilion, have a good time. They are going to be COVID sensitive on Saturday.
Yes, we're requesting masks inside the pavilion. Our food and our little giveaway tables and everything are going to be outside. Chow Down is giving us a lot of goodies for the dogs. That'll be outside. Registration's being separated. We're monitoring entrance and exit, so we are being COVID sensitive, and we are asking everyone to appreciate that and understand.
Oh, good. Well, I think they will. We have some exciting news, and I would be remiss if this little one did not come on the show.
Okay.
Everyone, you probably remember our producers, Gina and Drew Lowen. Well, their new addition to the family is here, and we have baby Gwendolyn. Hey, baby Gwendolyn, welcome to this side of the world. Yay! Welcome. All
First
right,
TV appearance.
I know,
Yay.
Mom looks great. So, we are back live next week. Whether or not baby Gwendolyn makes a show or not, we will let you know. But Patty Powell, thank you and the rest of the Bosom Buddies board for everything that you have done for our community for 29 plus years and what you will continue to do.
Well, and thank you for helping us with this.
You are very welcome. Have a great Friday, everyone, and we'll see you at the Bosom Buddies Walk tomorrow morning at 8.